Hello everyone, good afternoon. Am I audible everyone? Jai Surya, Susham, Nishtha, you all on unmute now already. So tell me, people either on chat or on audio, am I audible or not?
Audible, sir.
Superb, thank you. So guys, as you said yesterday, we are going to continue with some more definite integrals. So today we are going to do two things. We are going to solve first few questions on definite integrals, and then I am also going to discuss some of the properties of definite integral. Though you might know some, but for completion and also get a clear understanding, we are going to discuss some of the properties of definite integral. Let's start. Let's start with a very easy question and then we'll go more deep. Suppose if I say, tell me, I don't know whether we done this question or not, 0 to pi by 4. I don't remember whether we done this question yesterday or not. 0 to pi by 4, 10 cube x. Have you done this question? 10 cube x dx. If you're done, then we'll skip, otherwise we'll do it. Evaluate 0 to pi by 4, 10 cube x dx. What are you going to do? We already learned how to integrate 10 cube x kind of function. Any ideas? So first thing what you'll do is you'll write this as 10 of x into 10 of square x, right? Why we are doing this? You know why? Can anybody tell me why we are writing 10 cube x as 10x into 10 square x? We know differentiation of 10x secant square x, and we also know 10 square x and secant square x has a relationship. So now this 10 square x we can write in the form of secant square x or not. So this becomes, if I put a bracket, so this becomes 10 square x 1 plus 10 square x equal to secant square x. So this becomes secant square x, right everyone? Secant square x minus 1, right Tushar? Now if you multiply inside, your question becomes 10x secant square x minus 10x, yes, whole dx. That anyway is there. Is it easy to integrate this or not? 0 to pi by 4. We know this first one we can integrate. So what I'll do is, I'll put 0 to pi by 4. Now, I am going to split this into two parts. This is and this also. Because I'll declare them both separately because separate kind of method is required. Now the interesting part, guys. We are not going to change this. We are going to change only this. How? We are going to make, say, 10x equal to t. We can do that. If 10x equal to t, differentiate secant square x dx equal to dt. We just differentiate this with respect to x. So 10x differentiation is secant square x dx dt. If you substitute now, guys, the most important part, When you substitute tan x equal to t to this, first is the integration, tan x is t, and secant square x dx is dt. This becomes so easy. Now what will be the limit? We have to change the limit. When we are integrating with respect to x, the lower limit was 0. Put x equal to 0 here. So t also will be, what is tan 0? Tan 0 is 0, right everybody? Next time the upper limit is x is equal to pi by 4. So when you put x equal to pi by 4, what is tan of pi by 4? Pi by 4 will be 45 degree, right? What is tan 45? 1. So your question become integration between 0 to 1 t dt minus, no, I am not going to change this because I can directly integrate tan x. We know what is tan x integration, right? Everybody knows tan x here. So first one is t dt, second one is tan x dx, but it's okay, it doesn't matter because whenever we are doing the definite integral, which variable respect to we are doing really doesn't matter because we are going to evaluate. Easy. Now it's a simple solution. What is the integration of t? T square by 2. And the limits are 0 to 1 minus, what is the integration of tan x, guys? What is integration of tan x? Log of secant x or minus log of cos x, whichever way. So let's do integration of tan x. We've already done. Tan means sin by cos, and we know that. Log of secant x. But here the limits are pi by 4 upper limit, 0 is the lower limit. And now simplify. T square by 2. Substitute first 1. So t square is 1. So 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 minus 0. That is done. Minus log of secant of pi by 4. What is secant of pi by 4, everyone? What is cos of pi by 4? Cos 45. 0 by 4 over 2 by 4. 1 by root 2. So secant of pi by 4 is root 2. Everybody agree? So log of root 2 minus log of secant of 0. What is secant of 0? What is cos of 0? Cos of 0 is 1. Secant of 0 is also 1. So my answer is half minus 0 minus log of root 2 minus 1, or half minus log root 2 plus 1. Everybody is getting it what we are doing? Half minus and guys, this is not 1. Log of 1 is 0. So this will be 0. Sorry. Because see, secant of x or secant of 0 is 1. Log of 1 is 0. So it becomes half minus log of root 2. Half minus log of root 2 base e. Either you can make that is the answer, or you know the logarithm how it works. Log of root 2 means 2 to the power half. So half also come outside. So I'll write here. It becomes half minus log of 2 to the power half. So half comes here. and become log of 2. Correct? How the power works in log. Or you take half outside, 1 minus log 2. That is the more simplification one. 1 minus log 2 is 1 minus log 2 the divided by whole divided by 2. Either you can use this is the answer or you can use this is the answer. Both are correct. Now please ask me any confusion in any step. Was it difficult? Was it okay? Yes, Brahmapa, I corrected it. Log 1 which is 0. Is everyone clear here? Is everyone clear here? Jai Surya, Brahmappa, Tusham, clear. Good. Who else we have? Nishta we have, Mahesh we have. I think one more joined we are okay. Nishta clear है?
सर सेकंड आंसर कैसे निकाल रहे हैं क्योंकि उसमें log root 2 है ना क्योंकि
मैं बताता हूँ देखो. Let me clear other things. So half minus log root 2 है, right?
Yes sir.
Half minus log root 2 ये है. अब मुझे यहाँ पे इसको थोड़ा सा जगह let me make it. So everybody including Nishta, देखो निष्ठा, अगर कुछ सपोज मैं एक दूसरा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. Log of 2 to the power 3 मतलब क्या होता है? जो भी पावर होता है log के पैरामीटर में, it comes in the coefficient. So it becomes 3 log 2.
Yes sir.
या फिर log of x to the power y becomes what?
Y log x.
Y log x. अब हमारा क्वेश्चन है log of root 2. Root 2 मतलब 2 का पावर कितना हुआ?
1/2.
करेक्ट. तो हमारा क्वेश्चन बन जाएगा
Oh, 1/2 log 2. Yes sir.
That is how it happens. This is the log.
Yes.
Everybody okay? Very good, Nishta. Very good, Nishta. Keep asking guys question. That's the best way to clarify. Shall we move on now? Let's solve. Integrate between 0 to pi by 2. And the function is, the moment you see pi by 2, pi by 4, pi, obviously it will be trigonometric. 1 plus cos square x dx. बताओ क्या करने वाले हैं हम लोग? Ideas are welcome. How will we approach this question? How will we approach this question, guys? Sin x by 1 plus cos square x. Any ideas? Cos 2x. ठीक है जयसूर्या, अगर cos स्क्वायर x को cos 2x कर देंगे तो भी डिनोमिनेटर में 1 minus cos 2x something by 2 हो जाएगा. फायदा क्या होगा? You still have a denominator with 2 terms. अगर डिनोमिनेटर में एक टर्म होता है तो it become easy. Listen carefully, guys. Denominator has 2 terms, 1 and cos square x. That's why it become difficult. What if, I give you an idea, what if you assume cos x equal to t? Then what will happen, guys? Tell me. If you assume cos x equal to t, तब क्या होने वाला है?
Minus sin x dx is equal to dt.
Very good. Minus sin x dx equal to dt. अब क्या करते हैं हम लोग? We'll substitute in this integration.
Sin x dx.
तो sin x dx तो हो गया minus dt.
Yes sir.
By 1 plus t square. And guys, integration of 1 over 1 plus t square is tan inverse t. The standard formulas are there, right? इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1 by 1 plus t square is 10 inverse t. तो वो तो हो जाएगा. So the question becomes very easy. Minus, because minus ऊपर है, minus 10 inverse t. The problem is now the limits. Tell me इसका limits क्या change होगा बताओ. minus 10 inverse t, माइनस बाहर है और लिमिट में यहाँ लगाऊंगा अभी. वेट, पहले लिमिट ये लगाते हैं. निष्ठा, टेल मी हाउ लिमिट्स विल डू.
So if we put 0 for cos 0, that is 90. So pi by 2.
Cos 0 is not 90. Cos 0 is 1. 0 तो डिग्री है ना ऑलरेडी.
Cos 0 is 1.
So t become 1 here. So listen guys.
Yes.
यहाँ पे x 0 था, but the limit changes to 1 because when you put 0 यहाँ पे cos of 0 is value is 1, so become 1. अब लगाते हैं ऊपर लिमिट निष्ठा. Cos of pi by 2. Cos of pi by 2 कितना होता है? Cos of 90 कितना होता है?
Cos 90 0 होता है.
0. तो हमारा 0 से pi by 2 लिमिट चेंज टू 1 to 0.
1 to 0.
तो यहाँ पे
This can be changed to 0 to 1. We
हाँ वो भी कर सकते हैं. We can do it also. So guys, yeah, the other way is अगर हमको ऐसा नहीं करना है तो we change माइनस को हटा देते हैं. My question become 10 inverse t. After the integration 10 inverse t. Now we are changing the limit, interchanging upper to lower. तो ये बन जाएगा 1 to. मतलब 0 to 1. अब इसमें how will put the value list? We'll just put t equal to 1. So 10 inverse 1. Let me write it guys so that everybody get it. And then I'll put the value. 10 inverse 1. Minus 10 inverse 0. It's a very interesting guys. I don't know how many of you know how to do inverse, but very easy. So now tell me, what is 10 inverse 1? 10 inverse 1 मतलब कि 10 का वैल्यू 1 कब होता है? कौन से एंगल पे? Everybody knows 45 degree Tusham. Very good. So 10 inverse 1 means 45 degree or pi by 4. Minus 10 inverse 0. 10 का वैल्यू 0 कब होता है?
0.
0. Finally, pi by 4 minus 0. Your final answer to this question is only pi by 4. So once we use the integration formula of 10 inverse x, integration of 1 by 1 plus t square equal to 10 inverse x. 1 by 1 plus t square equal to 10 inverse t. और बाद में we valued the 10 inverse. 10 inverse 1 मतलब क्या वही है? I'll give you one more example so that you understand कि what is the inverse means. If I say y equal to 10x, इसका the simple way of doing is, if we take 10 to the left side, it becomes 10 inverse y equal to x. Right, everybody? That is the concept of inverse. If y equal to 10 inverse, y equal to 10x or 10 inverse y equal to x. So if I said what is 10 inverse 1, मतलब कि what value of x will make it the value of 10 as 1. So 45 degree. 10 45 1 होता है, right? That is that. Otherwise basic concept is this. How inverse works. Y equal to 10x, so 10 inverse y equal to x. Is everybody clear how we got finally pi by 4? Or please ask me. Are you ready to do more difficult questions now? These are easy ones. कोई confusion किसी को? GTG, sorry, okay. Fine. So all are good. Good. So let me get more difficult question now. Not more difficult, but let's try this question. I expect everyone to solve this. integration of, okay, the limits is 0 to pi by 2. And the question is sine of 2x, not square, sine of 2x by and the power is sine to power 4 cos also to power 4 dx. Sine 2x over sine to power 4x, sine to power 4x plus cos to power 4x. It's like not 4x. Or sine x to the power 4 cos x to the power 4. Other way of saying, better way of saying. How will you integrate this? Any ideas? Any ideas, guys? Solution obviously will be more typical, but first step, sine 2x by sine 4x plus cos 4x. What if we do like this? Suppose we say sine square x equal to t. Tell me, if sine square x equal to t लेंगे तो क्या होगा? Tell me, guys. If we differentiate sine square, we take t equal to sine square x. When you differentiate both sides, क्या होने वाला है? Sin square x का होगा पहले 2 sin x into cos x dx. यही होने वाला है everybody. We assume sin square x equal to t. So we differentiate both sides. Sin square x का होगा 2 sin x and then into function of functions cos x. 2 sin x cos x dx equal to dt. So if you see this question, you can write sin 2x as what? 2 sin x cos x. Denominator you can write sin 4x तो ठीक है, sin 4x तो sin square x का square हो गया. I'll make this. Because we have taken sin square x equal to t, so we will write everything in the form of sin square x. Or plus cos 4x को भी मैं स्क्वायर करता हूँ. Cos square x का cos square x मतलब 1 minus sin square x. Everybody agree? First tell me any problem in till now. Brahmappa, Jayasuriya, Tushar, Nishta, anyone, any problem है या clear है ये क्या किया हमने? No, I am going to substitute t. So 2 sin x cos x dx तो dt ऊपर. I am good in the numerator. That is a big deal, very big thing. You are right. I forgot to put. You are right, Jayasuriya. So sin 4x है तो guys this square is required here. You are right. So dt by no sin square x t. तो ये हो गया t square plus 1 minus. It's like this, guys, right? कोई confusion नहीं हो किसी. 1 minus sin square x, so 1 minus t whole square. यहाँ तक ठीक है? So my integration becomes, and let me put the limit also. limit is equal to, I am removing it. Everybody tell me what will the limits. Before we take care of solving integration, first put the limit. Tushar, yes, t square plus 1 minus t whole square. You are right. So, what will the lower limit, everybody? It will be 0 only. Because when you put x equal to 0, sin 0 is 0, so t is 0. What will be the upper limit? Upper limit Jasuria is 1. Explain to Jasuria, explain to everyone why it is 1. You are right. Because pi by 2. So we put x equal to pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So 1 square is 1. So t equal to 1. So our question becomes this only, guys, now. Yes. 0 to 1 dt by t square plus 1 minus t square. Which may be difficult, but let's see. Let's see how to solve this first. So now I erase everything. I keep only this function, guys, okay? And we'll work out on this now. Sin square equal to t. Remove this. Because now our question become original, so it doesn't matter what we substituted now. We'll put 0 to 1 dt by, now t square is here, so t square. Let's open this, 1 minus t whole square, so a square, so a square, plus b square, so b square, minus 2ab, 2 into 1 into t. We'll get this dt by t square plus 1 plus t square minus 2t, or we can say dt by 2t square minus 2t plus 1. I just rearrange, nothing else. Is everyone okay on this? 2t square minus 2t plus 1. Now whole thing comes in, what we'll do with this still. We know what are the tan inverse, sin inverse, cos inverse. So we'll try to form something in the form of standard function in the denominator. Even if it is not with t something. Let's see what I'm trying to say. First take 2 outside of this. So it become integration. I have taken 2 outside. So 1 by 2. dt t square minus t plus half. Now why I'm doing this, because I want to make this into t square something. T 1 plus t square form. So t can be shifted to t plus 1 or t minus 1 or t minus something or t plus something, does not matter. So where is this? Now what we're going to do is, can we write, okay, this is half, this is 0 to 1, this is dt, no problem. Can we write the denominator in the some form of a square? T square minus t plus half is there. If I do, suppose, because t minus 1 by 2, 1 by 4, plus 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 4. See guys what I'm doing. I just did plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. Intentionally I have done that. I added plus 1 by 4 because I'll tell you, okay, let me arrange now. So if I write it t square, so a square, then minus 2ab, so minus t plus 1 by 4. I rearranging the So I have taken this, I have taken this, I have taken this. What is remaining now? Half minus 1 by 4. What is half minus 1 by 4? I have taken t square minus t plus 1 by 4. Only thing remaining is half minus 1 by 4. What is half minus 1 by 4? Is 1 by 4, right? It's all algebra, guys. And algebra is very easy. No, can I write this in the form of some square? It is the square of t minus half or not? So my question becomes t minus half होल स्क्वायर. देखो टी स्क्वायर आएगा प्लस 1 4 आएगा माइनस 2 इंटू तो माइनस टी आएगा. तो ये तो हो गया पूरा. प्लस 1 by 4 also I can write half square. And the integration is जो शुरू में half है और 0 to 1, that is as it is. We are very good now. We are in the form of a square 1 over a square plus x square or 1 by t square plus 1 or t minus a square plus a square, whichever way you say it. Everybody understanding it? What is 1 by 1 plus t square integration? Tan inverse t. 1 by 1 plus t square integration is tan inverse t. So integration of half plus half square plus t minus half, it just shifted by half, guys, if you really see. 1 by a square plus t square और 1 by a square plus x square integration क्या होता है? tan inverse x minus a by x minus a. So what will integration of this? ये half तो ऐसे रहेगा. No, I am integrating. So this half remain as it is. Integration of whole thing, I'll write it here. And the limit is 1 to 0. This is the integration of whole of this. Say 1 by this, right? Is nothing but tan inverse. Tan inverse. Ideally it will be tan inverse t, but यहाँ पे t के बदले है t minus half. That is the only thing. Tan inverse of t minus. You can also substitute t minus half equal to something. वो बात एक ही है. By half. That's it. So half of tan inverse t minus half by half, 1 and 0. Let's substitute now, guys. Can you solve it now by substituting limit, upper limit as 1 and lower limit as 0? Let's see how many of you can do it. So when you substitute the limit, and guys, that's why integration becomes more complex. This is again, we are still at the mid level if you see. This half will be as it is. First we'll put the value of this 1 and then we put the value as 0. Whatever comes, we are done. Let's put t equal to 1. So when you put t equal to 1, 1 minus half is half. Half by half, 1. What is tan inverse 1? Agree? And obviously, I think this half, when you take outside, 1 half will come here also. Because we are integrating half, so 1 by half will come here also. Remember, when we integrate anything, this is like t minus half. So एक half यहाँ भी आएगा. वो तो ठीक है. That is just a number. So वो चला जाएगा. And then you put t equal to 1. We got this. and we put t equal to 0. 0 minus half, so minus half by minus 1. Tan inverse minus 1, guys. What is tan inverse minus 1? Minus pi by 4. ये तो यहाँ पे into 2 हो गया था, ऊपर तो वो तो चला गया. This is gone. Pi by 4 minus pi by 4, because जब हम लोग को 0 डाला तो t minus half, तो 0 minus half is minus half by half minus 1. Tan inverse minus 1. Tan inverse minus 1 means minus 45 or minus pi by 4. Finally, pi by 4 minus and minus plus, pi by 4, pi by 4, pi by 2. This is your.
So can you explain this? How did we convert it into tan inverse?
देखो, tan inverse x होता है 1 by 1 plus t square.
Yes, sir.
Let me write this here. I'll erase the left side because left side is clear. Everybody?
Yes.
This slide clear. So I'll tell everybody, it's a standard formulas and we can shift the formulas to. So guys, this is the standard. Let me write it. Nishta, integration of 1 by 1 plus t square, correct? वो कितना होता है?
Yes, sir.
Tan inverse
Tan inverse
t.
t.
अब t के बदले अगर अब t के बदले t माइनस हाफ है, अंडरस्टैंड गाइड? तो इस t के बदले t माइनस हाफ है, और स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ a स्क्वायर प्लस x स्क्वायर, जैसे 1 by 1 plus x स्क्वायर है ना, ये क्या है? 1 by 1 plus t स्क्वायर है, करेक्ट? निष्ठा, दिस इज 1 by 1 plus t स्क्वायर, राइट?
1 by 1.
1 by 1 plus t स्क्वायर दिख रहा है ना ये?
Yes, sir.
दिस वन. इसको
So t तो हम अज्यूम कर सकते हैं t minus half को अगर t ले लें,
नहीं
but half को 1.
नहीं, मैं स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला बता रहा हूँ तुम्हें. स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला होता है 1 by a स्क्वायर प्लस टी स्क्वायर.
Okay.
इसका इंटीग्रल होता है tan इनवर्स t इनवर्स x प्लस a, t प्लस a, t माइनस a. इसका actually this is not, we are substituting, we are making the standard formula of integration. Let me write a standard formula of integration कि 1 by 1 plus स्क्वायर होता है tan इनवर्स t, 1 by a स्क्वायर प्लस t स्क्वायर होता है tan इनवर्स t माइनस a बाय समझ में आ रहा है निष्ठा व्हाट वी आर डूइंग? इसका स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला सब्स्टिट्यूट करके भी कर सकते हैं कि जब हमको t माइनस हाफ आया तो t माइनस हाफ का y मान लो तो हो जाएगा y स्क्वायर प्लस, बट दैट बिकम मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स. लेट मी गिव यू द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला ऑफ t. वेयर इज दैट? लेट मी गेट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. ये हम लोगों ने फॉर्मूला लिखा, ये होता है 1 by 1 plus स्क्वायर इक्वल टू tan इनवर्स t. यहाँ पे a 1 है, ये a होता है एक्चुअली, a is 1. 1 by a स्क्वायर प्लस t स्क्वायर इज tan इनवर्स t by a. ठीक है? इसका समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir, got it.
दिस इज a स्क्वायर प्लस t स्क्वायर, ये होता है फॉर्मूला. 1 by a स्क्वायर प्लस t स्क्वायर का होता है tan इनवर्स t by a, और यहाँ पे होता है 1 by a.
Okay, sir.
स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला 1 by a स्क्वायर प्लस t स्क्वायर 1 by tan इनवर्स t by a. अब हम लोगों ने जब स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला को सिंपल किया था, a इक्वल टू 1 माना था, तो 1 by 1 प्लस t स्क्वायर हो गया, 1 by a तो चला गया, tan इनवर्स t हो गया, राइट?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे क्या है? a स्क्वायर प्लस t स्क्वायर के बदले a स्क्वायर, तो a तो हाफ है, और t को शिफ्ट होगा t माइनस हाफ से.
Yes, sir.
तो सेम फॉर्मूला कमिंग. तो ध्यान से देखो, तो देखो पहले हमने t के बदले क्या हो गया? t माइनस हाफ
Yes,
बाय दिस 1 by a.
1 by 2, that's a. Yes, sir.
Not
Got
happening
it.
everywhere. That is not happening everywhere. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, everyone. See, guys, this is their sin inverse x, tan inverse x, cos inverse x, or tan inverse x. In सबके standard formula of trigonometry are there. You all can apply those. Good. Move on. Let's do more difficult one if you want. Not more difficult one. Let's see whether we can do this. How will you solve this simple question? There is no trigonometry but algebra. Integration of 0 to 1 x square root of 1 minus x square over 1 by x square. Again, let's see what you're going to do. क्या करने वाले हैं? One minus x square by 1 plus square x. You are right, Jayasuriya. Aim is to require. You are very good. See, the whole point, the concept is we have to remove somehow square root. और स्क्वायर रूट तो ठीक है, लेकिन ये x भी प्रॉब्लम करेगा. Let's do step by step. This is a very maybe take very big question, but let's see. Let's assume x square equal to t. No, anybody can tell you why I'm assuming x square equal to t, nothing else. Why I'm doing this? Because I'm not trying to remove the square root. I'm trying to remove the x first. अगर x square equal to t करेंगे तो क्या होने वाला है?
So 2x dx is equal to dt.
हमारा
So
ये
we
चला जाएगा,
wait
right?
for x dx.
That is the point.
dt by 2.
तो लिख लेते हैं x dx equal to dt by 2. So everybody can tell me what will be the limit change, right, Joseph? So everybody please tell me the limit change till I write the question here. x dx तो हो गया, तो 1 by 2 तो मैंने बाहर ले लिया क्योंकि सिर्फ dt चाहिए मुझे. dt अब हो गया रूट में 1 minus x square, so 1 minus t 1 plus t. ये तो ठीक है. लिमिट क्या चेंज होगा बताए एवरीबॉडी? रमप्पा, ओके. So we are putting, this is for x, when x equal to 0, t is 0, so no problem, 0. When x equal to 1, t is 1, so no problem at all. We are same, we are good. Right, Tishta, right, Mamappa. Now, question थोड़ा simple हुआ है, but still the root is there. Now Jayasuriya said remove the root. Jayasuriya कैसे remove करेंगे root को? We have a estimated method, right? We know how to remove the root, right? How do you remove the root? Remember guys, trigonometry में भी करते थे. Rationalize. Multiply करेंगे 1 minus t और 1 minus t से. We can do that, right? हाँ, substitute भी कर सकते हैं Jayasuriya, but since remove the root is always better to rationalize the denominator, means उसके reverse से multiply कर दो. So क्या हो जाएगा क्वेश्चन? हाफ तो आउटसाइड है ऑलरेडी, 0 to 1 लिमिट है, dt भी है, वो तो मैंने ऐसे लिख दिया सब. नाउ ऊपर हो जाएगा 1 minus t into 1 minus t, तो 1 minus t होल स्क्वायर, तो रूट से बाहर होगा तो 1 minus t तो ऊपर आ जाएगा. एवरीबॉडी इज ओके? नीचे हो जाएगा 1 minus t into 1 plus t, सो रूट ऑफ 1 minus t स्क्वायर. रूट से भी एक जगह से गया है. बट नो आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू समथिंग, विल से हाँ सर ये पता था हमको. सो अभी ये क्वेश्चन ये बना है. अब देखो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू. विल स्प्लिट द न्यूमरेटर टू पार्ट्स, 1 by समथिंग एंड माइनस t by समथिंग. ये हाफ तो ऐसा ही हो गया. इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 0 to 1. अब मैं स्प्लिट कर रहा हूं, 1 को अलग ले रहा हूं, ये 1 अलग ले लिया मैंने, तो इट बिकम 1 over 1 minus t square dt माइनस अगेन इंटीग्रेशन, वही 0 to 1 और हाफ भी है, लेट मी राइट हाफ ऑल्सो, t by रूट ऑफ 1 minus It might look big, complex, but देखो what is the thing we are trying to do and why we are trying to do. dt. Is everyone okay on this? Now tell me what. Tell me anybody. Nishta will be knowing it. Nishta was saying last time. Nishta, is it a standard function? जैसे 1/1 पर t स्क्वायर हमारा होता है tan इनवर्स 1/root of 1 minus होता है sin inverse, correct?
Sin inverse, yes sir.
So this becomes sin inverse t.
Yes.
So I will integrate and write half तो already आएगा निष्ठा. An integration of 1 over 1 minus t square root is sin inverse t. तो हमारा आधा काम तो हो गया. We have done half of that. Guys, those integrated functions are very very important. और लिमिट हो गया 1 to 0, मतलब 0 to 1 minus half. अब है प्रॉब्लम हाउ टू इंटीग्रेट t by 1 minus t square. क्या कर सकते हैं?
So इसका भी शायद फॉर्मूला होता है a by under root.
एक्चुअली ऊपर t है ना द प्रॉब्लम. You know what we'll do? We can take can we take 1 minus t square equal to something? क्योंकि याद है हम लोगों ने किया था इंटीग्रेशन की when numerator is the differentiation of the denominator kind of. f dash x by fx का फॉर्म किया हमने बहुत सारा. अगर यहाँ पे देखो डिनोमिनेटर इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ न्यूमरेटर डिफरेंशिएशन और नॉट. You take 1 minus t square as a suppose say y or z or a or b. 1 minus t square equal to a, तो 2t तो चला जाएगा, right? Let's try that. Agree everybody? हाँ ब्रह्म पापा यूवी रूल लगा सकते हैं पर जरूरत नहीं है. Why I'm saying is, can we assume 1 minus t square? Say 1 minus t square equal to say y and differentiate. तो 0 हो गया ये minus 2t dt equal to dy हो जाएगा, right? और t dt will be dy by और minus dy by 2. ठीक है रिश्ता? We are just trying to make t by root of 1 minus t square little simpler. So t dt will be just simply minus dy by 2. So let me write this now here. इसको हटा देते हैं. Removing all this. अभी हमारा क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे ब्लैक वाला है. So now what our question becomes? We'll put what will comes here. Okay guys, whatever the value comes integration, we'll put it here in this box. So let's solve this part now. ये माइनस हाफ तो लिखा हुआ है मैंने, तो विल डू इट लेटर. तो मेरा इंटीग्रेशन क्या है अभी? t dt. So minus dy by 2. Minus dy by 2. और वो था रूट ऑफ 1 minus 2 square. So root of y. What will the limit, guys? Again you have to change the limit. When t is 0, y is 1. When t is 1, y is 0. We everybody know how to integrate 1 to 0. 1 by minus 1 by 2 root y, right everybody? Or if I change the limit, reverse कर देते तो 0 to 1 हो गया. Minus is gone. ये half यहाँ रख दो. 1 by root y. So y to power minus half dy. ये तो सबको पता है how to integrate this, right? I reverse the limit and this. ये हो गया half तो यहाँ आ गया. What is integration of y to power minus half? Y minus half plus 1, so half by n plus 1, so half. Right? And then we put the limit. So this half and this half gone. Final answer is root of y and limit 0 to 1. This is the answer of the whole integration. वही मैं f dash x by fx का फॉर्म है. Your numerator is nothing but the derivative of denominator. So यहाँ पे मैंने लिख दिया ये मेरा हो गया root of y (0 to 1). अब तो इसको सबले, so final answer is half of sin inverse t between 0 to 1 minus half of root y between 0 to 1. Can you evaluate this and get it now? Let's see who can evaluate. You know what I want every one of you to do is, I only wrote the answer. I want you to solve this black box and tell me what is the answer. You just evaluate the limit and tell me the answer. And tell me, is it difficult or doable? It was a big question. We did a lot of substitution. And ask me any question and let me write, and please write, everyone write the answer on the chat. We've done substitution and substitution. Half of sin inverse t, 1 और 0 evaluate करो पहले तो. What is sin inverse 1 and what is sin inverse 0? In fact, half can be taken out from both. Any answer, guys? Let me see. Pi by 4 minus 1. जैसे pi by 4 minus 1 होगा या कुछ? ब्रह्मप्पा pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. Okay, you are right, ब्रह्मप्पा. क्योंकि हाफ दोनों जगह है जयसूर्या. In both the terms. निष्ठा आया, तुषार आया. निष्ठा बताओ कैसे करेंगे? How we evaluate now this?
So limits put करनी है अब तो सिर्फ. So sin inverse 0 करेंगे.
पहले sin inverse को 1 करेंगे, upper limit पहले, right?
1 sin inverse 1 करेंगे.
Sin inverse 1 कितना होता है?
So 90 pi by 2.
So pi by 2. तो ये तो pi by 2 आ गया.
Yes sir. And sin 0 is 0. So
0 तो 0 चला गया, तो भूल जाओ उसको. ये मैंने हाफ भी कॉमन ले लिया, तो मैं हाफ लिख रहा हूँ. अब रूट y में लगाते हैं. तो y इक्वल टू 1 लगाया, तो रूट 1 is 1, तो 1 आ गया. और माइनस 0 चला गया. फाइनल आंसर मेरा इतना ही हुआ. पाई बाय 2 माइनस हाफ या हाफ ऑफ पाई बाय 2 माइनस 1. दैट्स इट. इजी है. क्वेश्चन वाज बिग, राइट गाइस? निष्ठा क्वेश्चन क्लियर है कैसे किया हमने पूरा?
यस सर.
गुड. एवरीवन ओके? जयसूर्या, ब्रह्मप्पा, तुषार. दिस इज सी इट रिक्वायर लॉट ऑफ yes pi by 4 minus half. Tushar, good. So when we say property of definite integrals, first property everybody knows. So let me quickly tell you the properties so that we can quickly discuss the property of definite integrals. You can ask me. No, in those so many examples you would have already seen ki what are property. Property number 1. And what is the property? So integration is independent of हम लोगों ने कितनी बार चेंज किया है? It doesn't depend because we are changing the limit also. So integration really dependent of the change of variable. Correct? Property 2. Order of integration. Order of integration can be interchanged. Just with the negative sign. We change the limit, right? मतलब कि अगर a to b fx कुछ है तो minus a to b, what I'm trying to tell you is, अगर कोई इंटीग्रेशन है a to b fx dx, इसको ऐसे कर दो, और if required, जैसे हमने किया भी पिछले क्वेश्चन में, if you want to make it b to a, just become minus of fx dx. There's nothing that we always can do that. जो भी हमको we need it. Order of integration can be always interchanged. That is property number 2. Now I am going to tell you one more property which is very, very interesting. Property number 3, and which says, property number 3 which says we can always use the additive property. Means what? Let me give example. Suppose हमारा इंटीग्रेशन है, suppose कोई a से b तक, and say my integration is fx dx. Suppose this integral I can also write in my own way as sum of two integration. In fact, more also, but just to give example. कोई उसी फंक्शन को हम लोग दो बार इंटीग्रेट करेंगे. This all will be very useful when you do area under the curve. कि हम लोग you can do all this. A और B के बीच में कोई भी you take a third point C, not necessarily midpoint. You integrate from A to C and then from C to B. No, C does not mean that this point has to be exactly middle anywhere. We are saying we integrate from A to C and then we integrate from C to B. Point is same. You can apply, and obviously C has to be between A and B. वो point जरूरी है. But it's not the midpoint. That is the property 3. Very important property. Let me see there is more properties, because it all, when we start using it, property, these 3 properties are constant, तो ऐसे भी matter नहीं करता है. We already talked about it. Let me check in your book, anything is there more. ठीक है, ये तो continuous, so it's okay. These are the main property which we use for our integration. Tell me any question, anyone? Do some practice, guys. We are going to do area under bounded curve from next week. We'll do 1 or 2 classes on area under curve just to use these properties, and definite integral mostly. That is the real purpose of definite integrals. Okay? Enough for today, everyone. Thank you, everyone. See you next Saturday. Enjoy and bye-bye.